Hey, what's going on? Alton from MicroGrinder.com, back again with another video for our YouTube channel. And today we're going to be doing episode 3 of our Jackpot poker series. So I'm going to continue grinding out these Jackpot winner takes all hyper turbos. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to register and I'll bring my lobby in. So I'm going to register for a couple of the $2 ones. See if we can get on a couple tables. And that was quick. So we got on one really quick. And as usual, I'm going to be following my standard range chart over here, which I have on my other screen. So let's get into it. And lucky us, look at that. We are playing for a $12 tournament, so that's always nice. Maybe we'll be playing for two $12 ones. Ooh, $4. Looked like it was going to be 5,000. Already looks like a couple of fish. Already, both of them just limping in, completing, so something to keep an eye out for. King deuce, small blind, just simple fold. Queen 4 suited on the button. Again, I am only opening up to Queen 5 suited, so just folding. Ace 5 off, we could 3-bet there, but I think it's just fine to fold. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm going to pot commit myself. Interesting to see if we get to look at their hands, because I want to know what's in this guy's range for opening and then flat calling a 3-bet. And I want to see what this guy's 3-betting with. I probably should be taking notes on my opponents, but I'm not. I'm going to 3-bet. And just stick it in and get it in if he wants to get in with ace-jack suited. That flop sucks, to be honest, but I'm going to continue with the story and just go all in. Overbet jam. See if we can get him to fold. I think it could be a little bit too optimistic to do this, but we do have the backdoor nut flush draw, and we have an overcard. And it works, so that's always nice. This guy just jams over the top. How fishy is he? I guess I should have paid attention to the last hand, and I'm going to replay that on my other screen. This guy 3-bets me, so I'm just going to fold. I think he might just be a bit tilted, but that's okay. So I'm trying to get the last hand to load up, but unfortunately it's not loading. I think this is a bit loose, but that's okay. Oh, we do have middle pair with bottom kicker, so I'm going to check for pot control. And I wish I knew. I don't use Poker Tracker 4 that much, so I don't know how to look at the hands while I'm playing in PT4. My downside of playing these games. Here, this guy bets 30 cents. I'm going to flat once. We don't really beat much in his range unless he was betting a 7 and he was trying to take down some dead money. When he bets twice, I'm just folding. Here we have the double gutter. So this guy seems to be a bit spazzy at times, so I am going to call to try to make a monster. And we end up making the nuts, which is always nice. So I'm going to bet a bit on the bigger side. Here I'm going to fire a C-bet representing the ace. He snap calls. I'm going to bet a very small amount on the turn. I do pick up some equity, but I want to control the pot size. And if I can hit my hand, then I'm probably going to double up against him. But we bonk out, unfortunately. So I'm just going to check and give up. Probably could have just been one and done with that hand, but when I picked up so much backdoor equity, I felt that, oh, why not? So I think I have to call this off, even though we don't have that much left. Yeah, he's ahead, but we ended up out flopping him. Just had to spade a jack or an ace. So that's always good in the $12 tournament. Not running so well in the baby tournament, the $4 tournament, but it is what it is. So one thing that I would recommend is don't get caught up with how much you're playing for. Just play your standard game. It's a $2 investment regardless, and in the long run, it's all going to even out in regards to the frequencies of the hand. This guy's playing a 48-20. I'm just going to check with the A7. We could raise. Some people probably would raise, but I think it's fine to check and to try to hit a hand. I'm going to bet a half pot size bet when he checks the flop. Try to get him to fold. Ooh, we pick, oh man, and he folds. That sucks. Haven't gotten aces in a while playing these. I think I'm going to be jamming 10 queen suited. 11 big blinds is close enough to my 10 big blind threshold. So this is a good spot. We not only have the 9, but we can win with a 10 or a jack. And we double up. We get lucky here. I think that's a pretty light call on his end, an ace deuce off. And I am happy with just checking the turn, trying to hit a 9, a jack, or a 10. So here, I don't know what he calls with that is worse, but I am going to bet a very small amount. And it's time out, so I'll just bet 30. I wanted to bet 50. I don't know what the heck was happening there. And he goes all in, so he must have the nuts. He could be bluffing, but it's a good bluff, but I am just folding. I would expect him to do that with a 9. Pocket 6 is here. This is very close. This guy's jamming with 13 big blinds. I'm going to just call it off. It's $2. Why not? Could be a mistake, but whatever. I don't care. It's only $2. That's the thing with these games is that you just never know. And plus, I'm not out of the tournament anyways if he does beat me. Oh, well, he needs to spike a jack. All right. That was pretty nasty. Ace 8 off, and he hits the straight. So we're going to be looking for a good spot to jam here. The fact that he was jamming with ace 8 off with something like, I don't know, he had a decent amount of chips left. Here, with 13 big blinds, I'm just going to go all in. I don't want to raise because I'm going to have around 10 big blinds anyways, so might as well just jam. Not sure what this guy's doing over here. Lets me see a free flop. We hit top pair. So I'm just going to go all in. I'll be pot committed regardless. And I get him to call with the king high, so he's drawn to 3 outs. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you for doubling me up. So we're still in it. Still in it. The wrong time to be getting the pure junk, the bottom end of my range, like the bottom 20% of my range is starting to get them all right now. Not a good time to be getting them in this tournament. A king 5 suited that is within my opening range. I don't love it, but I have 15 big blinds, so I don't mind calling. We do hit middle pair, but I'm not a huge fan of the board texture. Don't want to risk that many chips. When he checks twice, I'm going to bet. I think I have the best hand. Here I am going to defend. I'm not going to raise to get it all in. I think king high could be good, so I'm just going to check. Oh, and he had king 5, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if I can make him fold that hand or not if I bet the river. 10 big blinds left. We're going to be going all in pretty soon. Really not much of any leeway in terms of my chip stack to me making any bluffs, so I just need to either be going all in or folding. Pocket 8, standard spot here to go all in. 11 big blinds versus 14 big blinds. We're both pretty short stacked in terms of the blinds. Pocket 4s, we're just going all in. Good for him if he has a better hand. And it looks like he has junk and he's still contemplating calling. Queen 6. So we get in with the best hand, but he has 2 overs. So see if he hits his straight again with a 9. Hey, and we hold up. Ace 9 off. Within my jamming range for 10 big blinds. So we were pretty much out of this tournament, but now we're back in the chip lead. That's how quick things can swing. Same thing for this. I'm just going to jam all in. Just going to jam. Oops. Well, I have 3 outs for a king. Let's see if we get lucky. And that kind of sucked. Pretty bad situation to be in. 10s versus king 10. Yep, well, we lose this tournament, but I think that was pretty close. I mean, we're going all in this hand regardless. Hey, we're still in it. All I need is a chip and a chair. I just need to double up a couple times and I could win this thing. And that's the hand that I want. So come on, buddy, you can call. Hey, we get in with the best hand here. Just got to fade 3 outs for a 4. A 4-5 off. Can't do anything with that, unfortunately. 4-10 suited. Well, let's stick it in. You know what? He's only got 130 behind after that, so we get in with the best hand here. Let's see if we can win. I need to fade a 5, and he hits a straight. Oh, this is just such a terrible hand. 3-4 offsuit. Not even within my range for less than 5 big blinds. Best hand again. Oh, there we go. Just had to fade a 7 or an 8. Hey, we win this tournament, so things are looking pretty good for us. 3 deuce off. Not within our range. I'm going to jam the next hand. I'm looking at my range here for jamming, and not even those hands are in my range, so we get pocket aces and we get called, and there you go. We're still in this tournament. Unless he hits a 7. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that is so sick. Ouch. Whatever. It is what it is. So, you know what? We won 1 for 1. That's all that matters. That's out of this episode and the last episode. Won 2 out of 4, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, I would have liked to have won this. But I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar when he had pocket 10s, and then that last hand, that was pretty sick, to be honest. Pocket aces versus him with his 7 crap offsuit, and he ends up hitting a boat on the river with a 2-outer with 4% equity. But if I won that, I would have been back in the tournament. He would only had roughly 2-1 chip lead, and things would have been a lot better. So yeah, it is what it is. So I actually want to replay this hand. 7-10 offsuit. I was like, sweet, I'm going to be back in this tournament. But I guess not. Anyways, that's going to go ahead and conclude this video. So it's always nice to have in the money, well, not actually in the money, I guess you could call it in the money 50% while I'm making these videos, because I've gone on some pretty crazy downswings to be profitable in these tournaments. Let me bring in PT4. Let me slide it in over. So to be profitable in the money, I am profitable at 35%. So roughly 30% in the money is profitable. One thing I am going to show you before I end this video is that if you're using Poker Tracker 4 and you're playing America's Cardroom Jackpot Poker, you have to manually input your winnings. So let me show you. Because based upon how America's Cardroom's hand histories work, they don't tell you how much you win for these 3-handed jackpot poker games. Poker Tracker 4 automatically assumes it's 3 times the buy-in. So here it says I won $364 when I won a $4 tournament. I had to right-click this, click Edit Tournament, and then I had to say the prize pool was $4, and I won $4, and I had to save it on both of them. And then the other one that I won, I had to go over here and do the same thing. So if you are using Poker Tracker 4 and you are doing these tournaments and you're not updating this, then your stats are going to be completely off. Like, they're going to be completely skewed. So that's just some worded advice to understand. But overall, my net one is $30.64. You can see all the different tournaments. Actually, this is off. For some reason, it didn't save my $4 here. It should actually, my winnings should be the same as when I started earlier in the day. Let me show you today, though. Today has been a pretty good day playing these. And actually, this is not today, yesterday. Let me do yesterday because the time difference. So it was pretty crazy at the beginning. It was a rough start. And then at the end, I made a nice big jump. So I was down minus $6, 19 tournaments in for the day. And then I made, in the last 1, 2, 3 different tournaments, I made a nice big jump. So I won, it looks like I won an $8 tournament, then I won a $12 tournament, I believe. And it's things like that that can help boost your win rate, even if you're having a bad day. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and conclude this video. So I am roughly at, and it looks like actually I did all dates. Let me actually, for Hyper Turbos, and I don't know why my numbers are actually different than before. I guess I didn't update properly. So I must have done just this year previously. So this year I'm at $29. I guess I did start playing these last year. So all dates playing these. I played 110. I'm in the money 37%, and I'm up close to $40. So, like I said, these are, I think, a pretty easy way to build up your bankroll. You just have to play a lot of them, and you have to be okay with a lot of variance. I still feel like my in the money percentage is way low because people are sucking out on me a lot. I feel like my in the money should be even higher, like should be 40 something, like in the low 40s. But I'm just gonna have to wait and see. 110 tournaments is no tournaments. I need to have a sample size of like 1,000 or more to see how this works. But it would be nice, let's say I continue to play these, which I plan to do because they're fun, they don't take long, and it's a bit of a challenge for me to see if I can build up a bankroll doing these just for my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to play 1,000, and if I continue at this win rate, let's see, let me actually just compute it. So, it's 39.20, and if I'm playing roughly 10 times as many of this, I could potentially win close to $400 playing these $2 tournaments. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to continue to grind these. I'm probably going to play these more than cash games for the most part because I've been playing cash games and I know I can beat those, but this is an experiment, not only for me, but for you guys to try something different. So thanks for watching. It's been Out with MicroGrinder.com, and we'll see you at the next video.